Ciao and welcome to today's conversation. Today we're gonna taste a great white wine, but we're also gonna learn a bit more about a region which is famous for white wines. So the wine we're gonna taste today is called Richenza. It's made from a winery called Vigna Petrusa, which is one of our small independent family-run wineries. In this case, we got mother and daughter. And the wines come from Friuli. So if you look at the map behind me, is that region here, northeast of Italy, just above Veneto, bordering with Slovenia and Austria. Now, Friuli Venezia Giulia is a small region. Their wines are not that common to find. You don't really find them in supermarket, simply because they are more expensive. There is more production. But because of their climate and their soil, they really make outstanding white wines. If we look at the region, it's probably the safest bet for a great white wine, even though there are great white wines made all over Italy. In fact, so much so that they even create their own the category of Superwhites, which are basically white wines made in Friuli Venezia Giulia. So that was the response to the Super Tuscany, so that we all know, red wine from Tuscany. Now this one is a blend. It's a blend made with Friulano. Until 10 years ago, the grape was called Tokai Friulano. Then, because of the European legislation, since Hungary came on board, joined the EU, the Tokai part of the name had to be dropped, because we all know the famous Tokai wine, even though the spelling was different. We all know this, the famous Tokai Hungarian wine. It's made with Malvasia, Piccoli, which is another native grape from Friuli, and Riesling, which is called Riesling, which is grown mainly between Trentino and Friuli in Italy. Sometimes it's on its own. Most of the time it's a blend, just because there isn't enough of it. Other red grapes. White grapes, we got the Sauvignon, we got Pinot Bianco, which is another great grapes grown in the region. On the red side, we got Refosco, which is a native grape. We got Cabernet Franc. Obviously, we got the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Merlot. And we got the Strupettino, which is another native grape. Now, this, if we put the wine in the glass, you can see the color of the wine. This wine is aged in barrel. So now, whenever the winemaker produces a blend, the final wine is always a combination of all the other the individual grapes. This wine, if you on the nose, the first, I would say for me, it's very fruity, floral, and so if I have to identify the nose with the grapes, I'll probably say the first grape I get is the Malvasia. Then I'm getting the Friulano, because I love Friulano, but Friulano is one of the kind of aroma characteristics of the Friulano. Characteristic aroma of the Friulano is the almonds. So you get the almonds on the nose, you get the fruit, almost citrusy, the peaches. You almost go rosemary, so you got a lot going on, and you got some sort of vanilla on the back, but it's very delicate, it's very gentle, so you still get all the freshness of the wine. You don't have that wine which is too oaky, and I personally don't like oaky wine. Too often the oak is used to hide poorly made wines. So this one is very complex nose, well balanced, where I can actually smell and all the aromas of the grapes in the blend. full, big, great structure. Again, if I think in terms of the grapes, in the wine I get the Riesling first, then I get the Malvasia, then I get the Friulano. It's very complex, it's long, it's very long, keeps coming back to you, it doesn't go away, it's fantastic, it's still a lovely acidity. It's a wine that you can drink now, or you can keep in the cellar for a couple of years, 2, 3, 4 years. The wood is very well balanced, it doesn't overtake the fruit, and even in terms of tannins, it's really, really soft. I mean, I'm thinking now, for example, this one is great with cheeses, sort of fresh cheeses, the likes of ricotta, for example, or even with some sort of meaty fish. Could be halibut. There's a one that if you keep that in the fridge or at home, needs to be taken out the fridge maybe 15 minutes before drinking it. If you go a white wine decanter, it will definitely the wine will definitely benefit from decanting. Otherwise, just pour in the glass, let it breathe, and enjoy. Great white wine from a great region. Salute!